Like that's the homie. But when it comes to like a player, right? You're talking about a player that can score it, a player that can get to the free throw line, a player that can pass it out of pick and roll. A lot of people were going under on D-Wade pick and rolls. I ain't go front. Like, you feel me? A lot of people was letting D-Wade have that. Yes, does D-Wade have clutch gene? You're absolutely right. Yes, at times have we seen D-Wade be more clutcher than James Harden? Yes, we have. But when we talk about a better player, like James Harden is a better player than Dwayne Wade, right? And people get it confused because they think about, the way he won a championship and you can't take that away.
I don't understand how you can have a conversation about me and state facts when you're not as good as me. Pat Bev came out and just talked about me and James. Another conversation with me and James.
Like, James Harden is a better player than Dwayne Wade.
Pat just came out definitive. He was definitive. James Harden is better than Dwayne Wade.
Stop.
He was very definitive in his answer. And I was just sitting there like, okay, Pat, what's your facts?
Right.
To say that someone's better, or just come out and say what I personally like, the style of play that I like to see.
That's a great way to say
X, Y, and Z. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say nobody is better than me when you wasn't better than me. Like, you can't do that. Like, you talk about a better player, you're talking about every aspect of the game of basketball. You know how good I was at a lot of aspects of the game?
Right? This shit don't even seem real. So I'm not trying to, and I don't know how the argument switched from, is Pat Bev better than Dwayne Wade? That was never the argument to begin with. That was never the argument. My only argument, in which I continue to back it up with hard facts, is James Harden is top 3 shooting guard of all time. Dwayne Wade, you're 4. It's okay. You can be 4. Right? You talk about top 5, top 6, top 10 shooting guards. You're the only probably top 10 shooting guard who didn't shoot 30% from the 3 career-wise. Like, you shot 29%. Russell Westbrook, we make names about him. He shot 31. Andre Drummond shot 31. You shot 29. And it's not a diss. I think it's a flex. I think that for you to even be considered top 5, top 3 shooting guards of all time without having a 30 clip is a flex. Like, a guard who can't shoot and still can be like that legendary, that historic, is a flex. It's a flex. But the game has evolved. James Harden did play against better players than you played against, right? That's also a fact, right? James Harden has never missed the playoffs. You've missed the playoffs multiple times. That is also a fact. You did it in the East. James Harden had to run into Golden State, the same team that was getting Bron ass up out of there. The same team that was getting, the King James, same team that was getting Bron ass up out of there. They was getting James Harden ass right up out of there. It's a fact. These are all facts, right? I'm not making shit up. I'm not, you know what they call it, clickbait. Let me think about some shit to get the people going. Like, nah, I'm giving you all facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon here outside. It is beautiful right now. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure your post notifications are turned on. Make sure you share it on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday, man. Peace and blessings to everybody, as always, man. Thank you for liking, comment, sharing, and subscribing. Apologize for being so busy. As you already know, things are always going on in life. But again, definitely appreciate y'all for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Peace and love and blessings, man. On to the video. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Mr. No Kush Championship Patrick Beverley wants to come out here and talk about how James Harden is a way better player than Dwayne Wade all time. Now, you see, there's always a difference between quality and quantity. And Pat Bev thought his argument with quantity of James Harden's career, talking about the more first-team All-NBA, second-team All-NBAs, and MVPs and whatnot, that James Harden is a better player than Dwayne Wade. So you tried to use the longevity argument. But here's why James Harden is not better than Dwayne Wade. Give me the quality of Dwayne Wade's career. Give me the fact that his finals MVP, the fact that he was able to play at the very top of his game on the NBA's biggest stage, the fact that Dwayne Wade is a 3-time NBA champion. Yes, he played with LeBron James, but also remember that he carried the Heat team on his back in 2006 against the Dallas Mavericks in one of the greatest NBA Finals performances in the history of the game. So when I look at the quality of career, Dwayne Wade's ability to stay in shape year after year, the amount of injuries that Dwayne Wade has played with, get knocked down 7 and rise up 8. Y'all remember that commercial? That perfectly sums up Dwayne Wade. That's a guy who didn't quit. Even throughout the injuries, the man still came out and the man still competed. Sorry, there was a bug on my hand, on my finger, y'all. But my point is, Dwayne Wade competed. With James Harden, what that dude loves to do is, I'm going to take Mr. Titties over titles as longevity. You gotta be kidding me. That's an absolute joke. For those of you who don't understand what's going on, you want to take a listen to Pat Bev on the podcast that Dwayne Wade was on, and they got into a heated discussion on who had the better career between James Harden and Dwayne Wade. You guys want to take a listen to that? See what you guys think. You see, this is why Mr. Titties over titles, he crumbles when there's pressure. How many elimination games, how many big games has James Harden struggled in? He's got so many of them. Dwayne Wade has had bad playoff games, but compared to James Harden, who they swear he was the greatest scorer since Michael Jordan, but yet he does not have any signature playoff moments in his career, and Dwayne Wade has got quite a few of them compared to James Harden. Again, quality over quantity. I will take Dwayne Wade's career over James Harden any day of the week. This also goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, the difference between winning mentality and a guy who's just playing for the check. And it's clear that James Harden plays for the check. I've told you, this guy loves to be in strip clubs, and he's come into camp out of shape. He's thrown his teammates under the bus. He's left destinations constantly looking for the best case scenario for him so that he could be absolved from any accountability, from any blame, and he could just play basketball and make money. Because if he really cared about winning, James Harden would have committed more on the defensive end, because Dwayne Wade, let's see, Dwayne Wade was a better defensive player than James Harden ever was. And you do also remember at the shooting guard position who Dwayne Wade was competing against. It was by there's a guy by the name of Kobe Bryant. Had Kobe Bryant not played in Dwayne Wade's era, Dwayne Wade would have had more All-NBAs. He would have had more first-team All-NBAs, because Dwayne Wade was that dude from day one, okay? So I don't want to hear how James Harden is way better. That just shows you the type of clown that Pat Bev is. That man just loves to talk, and he just says anything coming out of his mouth. But it's an absolute joke. James Harden, oh yeah, he's the greatest shooting guard than Dwayne Wade. Give me a damn break. It's not even close. You could give me all of the accolades you want, what James Harden has done. But if I'm asking you who has the better peak, it is definitely Dwayne Wade. You could give me all the numbers you want. Wade was even more efficient than James Harden was ever. James Harden had one efficient season, and that's when he played with KD and Russ, and he was the sixth man of the year. And when he came off the bench, what was his field goal percentage? Oh, 49%. Dwayne Wade has a couple of seasons in which he shot 50%. Dwayne Wade has been way more efficient than James Harden. And as a matter of fact, Dwayne Wade, I think, had a 200, I think he had the 2009 season, if I'm not mistaken, I think he recorded over 100 blocks. I think he had steals and blocks combined. I think he led the NBA in steals and blocks combined. So that just tells you the two-way player that Dwayne Wade was, and he led the league in scoring that year. This is why I continue to say that Pat Bev just be talking. The guy plays basketball, but it's like you don't know basketball. Like, you're really going to sit here and put James Harden on a pedestal for longevity accolades? But when it comes down to it, I would never choose him in a playoff situation to be able to lead, to help be impactful, to help my team win. This guy, I told you, he cares. It's titties over titles. He cares about strip clubs more than he cares about winning. He loves the fame of a basketball player, but he doesn't want the accountability. Again, these players like James Harden, they want validation without putting the work to what it means to be a great player. And to me, Harden is not a great player. Harden is a good scorer, but he's not a great player. Because when you're a great player, you have the ability to understand not only how do you make yourself better, but how do you make your teammates better. And my thing is, Harden is just a regular season player. In order for you to be a great player, your game has to elevate in the postseason. And James Harden's game does not elevate in the postseason. In my opinion, he is just a regular season player. Don't talk to me about, oh, he's been to the conference finals in 2015 and 2018. When it matters most, I don't care what you've done to lead up to that point. When it matters most, in an elimination game, James Harden does not show up. And like I said before, Dwade Wade has had his share of bad playoff games. But let's face it, did you forget he was on his way to a second finals MVP in 2011 on the game's biggest stage? And this is a guy who played with LeBron and Chris Bosh. He was the best player in the series overall. And if the Miami Heat would have won, if LeBron would have pulled his weight, think about it. Wade would be a two-time finals MVP. But he gets diminished because of LeBron fanboys. But anyway, back to Harden. Harden doesn't hold a candle to Dwayne Wade, and it's the truth. And this is the problem with people like Pat Bev, because what they'll do is they'll mislead you into thinking that James Harden was really a better player than Dwayne Wade. But Dwayne Wade was a better two-way player. I don't care how many threes Harden has shot. I don't care how many career threes he has. I don't care how many points he scored. The point is, I will take Dwayne Wade any day of the week because I know I'm going to get my best effort from D-Wade. D-Wade loved to compete, and he was about that. D-Wade was a dog. I can't say the same about James Harden because when it comes to matter to most, James Harden will not take accountability. He won't take accountability. What is he going to take accountability for? If he fails, he'll just make an excuse. He makes excuses. And I will never have a player on my team that can man up, suck it up one time, say, I didn't play my best. I needed to be better. But instead it's, well, I did what I had to do. You got to understand, I got to make my run to the club. Like, it's important that I make my appointment to the club. I get in on time so I could party because I don't care about winning. Parties are more important than winning basketball games. But the funny thing is you could party if you celebrate winning the championship. But and Dwayne Wade has celebrated 3 times. He's had 3 parties. James Harden goes to the parties that don't count. Those are in life, but it's not championship parties. Because what does he know? He's not a champion. And he's never winning a championship. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Louis, another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.